Hello everybody. Today we're gonna play a game with the black pieces. He plays d4, we develop the knight, and we go for the King's Indian / Groenveld. So we play the Groenveld after he plays this move. Now we just develop our bishop, getting it to the long diagonal and castle. And he plays a bit of a weird setup, but I still think we can play d4, but I think d6, d5 and e5 will be better. I think we can maybe already play it, or maybe just play something like this. But I think we should play this move. And he develops his knight. And we can maybe take in the center, but I don't really like that move. I like the bishop in more because this bishop is oftentimes an awkward piece. And now we can just trade it off for this knight. He takes with the queen. Now I think it's nice to take this pawn, because after he takes back we get our knight out with a tempo, so that's nice. And if he takes the knight we have the dark square bishop, so that would be really nice. We can now maybe go to this square with the knight. It's something for the future, but I like the rook to the e file a little bit more, because we just put pressure to this pawn. And now I like this move, because we attack the queen, we attack the bishop, and if he takes we can take with the rook, so our pawn doesn't get in the way of this weakness. So now we can think about doubling our rooks maybe, or getting our bishop out to the other diagonal. But I like this reroute of the knight, so we can go to these weak squares, and if we move back the rook, this bishop will be a very strong piece. So let's see, queen g4 is also an idea maybe, but it's a little, or maybe sliding the rook all the way over is also an okay idea, but we can also just slide back. Yeah, I think we should just slide back, get this piece, this square for our knight, attacking the queen. We're not really, it's not sure that we want to take the bishop, but I think we do, because after we take the bishop we destabilize the center. Then we can play maybe something like g4, but maybe we don't have to take, maybe we can play something like this, but then he just moves away his bishop, so I think we should take this pawn. These pawn breaks aren't really scary. Now I like this move g5, stopping this, putting pressure to the knight. Yeah, I really like this move. Also putting a bit of pressure to the king in the future. And this move attacks our queen, but now I think we can slide over, attack this weakness on a2, and keep in control of this rank. Our rook is nice. I think I want to double my rooks to put even more pressure to this pawn, and this really destabilizes this pawn. Also my queen pressures this rook. So one move I want to play is this move, but like I already said, I also really want to double the rooks, so that's what I'm going to do first. Double the rooks. And look how it was such a bad play to trade this bishop for our knight, because now we get this really strong dark square bishop. We double our rooks, put a bit of pressure. Then I want to play this move and maybe get the bishop in, taking this pawn. That's my idea. So queen b3. So let's say he plays h5. We play queen here. He takes. We take with the h pawn, I guess. So he gets out of the way, but I still think we should put pressure to this pawn. He maybe wants to double, but that's alright. Also, this is an idea, because if he takes, we win the rook, so he cannot do that. So maybe he will play this move, but then after f5 he takes. I think we should have actually played f5 instead of this move, because then after takes he couldn't have taken. But now if he takes, we take, he takes, queen takes. our king is too weak because we pushed the f-pawn. So I think we have to find maybe now this move is actually, this is now actually a pretty good move. Attacking the rook, so the rook has to draw back, then we can take the pawn. He attacks our bishop, so that's making the position a bit difficult, because if you, let's just move on back and let's see if he also moves back, and then we will find another plan. Maybe I like this move h6 actually a lot to meet this. Does he threaten to go here actually? Because we take, he has 1, 2, 3 defenders, we have 3 attackers, but we have actually 4 defenders. So after take we win. So now I'm gonna play this move, play it a bit slow, but that's okay because we have the pressure. So that's alright. Let's see what he's gonna do. h5, like I told you, I wanna play g4, maybe even push this pawn all the way down here in the future. And he plays g5. I don't think this is a good move because it just weakens these pawns way too much. I'm thinking about something like this maybe, still keeping an eye on this one, but also trying to reroute to the queen side. You want to play g5, maybe then we just play this move. So it's okay, we just let him make weaknesses, and we always meet it like that. So maybe with this move, but then he will just move back like he already told us he wants to do. So maybe we just play it ultra slow and play h6, just trying if he's gonna instigate at the king side. Yeah, like he does. Now we play g4. This was our plan, shutting down, and now this will be a permanent weakness, which we can maybe try and attack like this. It's a bit of a long sequence, but it's alright. Now, what does this move do? I don't really know. I really would like to get my bishop at this square, but I think if we move here, he just takes. After rook takes, we threaten to win the pawn, kind of, because he has to take with the queen first. So let's see in that line, because if he doesn't take, we just go here, and maybe it's actually setting up this idea, but I don't really think it works. But let's do this plan of rerouting the queen this side, and now I also protect this pawn again because he's not gonna lose this pawn. So let's slide the pressure over, and most important thing, we wanted the queen trade because then the pressure would get really heavy on that pawn. Now this pawn is actually hanging, and I see that bishop there is a threat, but I like this idea now, sliding it 1 square back. Now we threaten to win the pawn with the rook, so he has to defend it again, and then I want to slide that away, and he maybe has to move his knight back, and that's a victory for us because then we can get our bishop in, because the knight has moved away. So I think this was a good plan. Let's see if it works out. So let's see what he's gonna play. So as we can see here, his profile picture is a brilliant move of a queen sacrifice, so that's pretty funny. So he moves here attacking our queen. He wants to move to this square, so I suggest we take it, and white take it now. That's because our bishop isn't that strong anymore, and his knight was going to go to this square, and then we would never be able to eliminate it. So that would just be bad. And now it's a queen endgame. So I think we should go back with our queen and try to attack on this side again, because he has the weaknesses we don't. He should look for pawn breaks. This was an idea. This attacks this pawn, so I suggest we move our king up, or actually better, move our rook up, defending the pawn, getting our rook not really in the game, but forcing his queen away. After we have this, now we have a fork, so he kinda has to move back defending the pawn, or moving back to the diagonal. I guess maybe already had to check, but it's alright. So let's see. I like this move for the future. Maybe even this move and moving our king to the center I also really like. So that is what we are going to play. To get our king to the center and really stop this pawn break. Because if he gets that one, his rooks will get active. This diagonal will open up. And now I'm just making slow improvements. Getting my king to the center. This move doesn't really do anything. So I bring my king even closer. We now also have these moves forcing a queen trade. But I don't like doubling my pawns for it. So we have to look at pawn break. So maybe this one will be something. But I don't really know. Take. I think his queen is too active. So maybe we can do this one. And then after he takes with the pawn, this pawn will get forced. So we'll move to this file. He will also do that. But then we get a really active king. But I like this move. Because after the queen trade, then we have possession of this file. So I think it's a nice kind of tricky kind of move, but it's alright because he can also just mimic us playing this move. And then we'll see what happens. Then we maybe go for g4. But let's just wait what he's gonna play. He plays this crazy move. But I cannot take like that because my rook hangs. But what if I play this one anyway? If I take with that one, he takes. Take with the rook. So I guess that doesn't work. I'm not really scared of him taking this one. So let's go for the queen trade like we insisted. Because after takes, he can take this one, but it doesn't really matter. We still cannot take this pawn like that. But after we take it like this, the queen now defends. So we have two defenders and he has two attackers. So that just doesn't work. Because after take, we take. But he gives this check in between. Yeah, I guess, but I think we can just run. This pawn is defended. Nothing hangs, we just want a pawn. Checks. Now we attack the queen, defend the rook. And I will even run my king forward, but I think we will just go back and we kind of castle the queen side. We have 2 minutes, so we have to play a bit faster. So now we have to block because otherwise we would lose the rook. Check again. Like I told you, I'm not scared to run forward. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Hide away at this square. Then I wanna, yes, like I told you, we can even go all the way around. And now I just really wanna force a queen trade. Get my rooks to the f file, put pressure. Can't I just take that pawn? No, because the rook goes to that square, so I think I'll ask for a queen trade. I don't think he's going to take, but if he does, I will take with the pawn. Yes, this check. That's actually checkmate. So I have to sacrifice my queen. That's really unfortunate. So I think we could stop playing. Yeah. Let's just play a crazy move. Maybe he still mates us. We can always try. Check again. We move up. Let's give him the checkmate. So h5, and now this is just mate. This is mate. This is mate. Yes. Oh, I got a badge, but it doesn't really matter. Let's analyze the game quickly. It wasn't that well played of me, I have to say. I made a mistake, allowing g4. I should have not brought my king forward. We played at 72, and I told you that's not really good. So let's see. We did everything right. And here we should have already taken. Show the follow-up, takes, rook e1, putting pressure, he defends. And he just thinks we are better now. But that didn't happen. I played the bishop out. I took. I fed the knight. The rook comes. I thought computer chess is a great move, but I thought it was a bad move because we get the bishop pair. He also wanted me to take with the pawn. Knight moves back and forward. It grabs the bishop. And this position is an equal position. Still equal. Yes, this was a mistake, but not because I played h6, because I could have went for a queen trade, get my queen active because I will win the pawn, or just play really passive, and after trade, and he moves his rook to this square. I can go this way and have a lot of pressure. So that would have been better, but it went like this, and here I was better if I found a move. Bishop here, but what about this move? Then we can take the pawn. Oh, very nice. He says it's brilliant. Why? This cannot, because we win it like that. Why is this brilliant actually? Because you can not, because we now trade the queen and the rook. Yeah, I had to find that. I'm actually disappointed, but I went for the queen trade. I took. Yeah, when he got this move, his weaknesses were covered. His king has enough breathing room. His rooks defend his king. So that's very well played of him. And we run king, and this was the mistake. Should have played this, but then he could have, because I couldn't, because he takes the rook. So I had to do this, and this would be a draw. So I tried to play for a win. So let's see, where was it? Here I found this move. Should have moved back, but then it would still be a draw. But I was ambitious, and I blundered right into all these squares are covered. These ones are also, I can only block with the queen. Losing the queen, and it ended with checkmate. So, not really great of me, but I still hope you learned